A NATO ally's new investigation has suddenly put Benjamin Netanyahu under the international spotlight. Is this key U.S. ally risking fresh Iranian retaliation against Israel with its latest explosive findings? Fresh claims involving white phosphorus and glyphosate have cast a new shadow over Israel amid ongoing Iran talks. Could Germany's latest investigation complicate Donald Trump's fragile push for a Middle East peace deal? Claims that German-origin chemicals were used in Lebanon could spark fresh anger in Tehran and reignite regional tensions. A shocking investigation by NATO ally Germany has leveled fresh allegations over Israel's military operations in Lebanon. Germany's coordination Bayer-Gefahren and Medico International jointly carried out the investigation behind the explosive report. The investigation alleged that Israeli forces used glyphosate and white phosphorus during military operations in Lebanon. In a major twist, the report further claimed that the chemicals involved were allegedly of German origin. The findings were published in a report titled Cartographies of Destruction: Israel's War Against Lebanon. According to the investigation, supplies of the substances were allegedly traced back to German pharmaceutical giant Bayer. The report noted that glyphosate manufacturer Monsanto was acquired by the German company Bayer in 2018. A representative of CBG further claimed that strong evidence linked the phosphorus to Bayer's production facility in the United States. However, Bayer rejected the allegations and denied supplying glyphosate to either the U.S. or Israeli military. The revelations have also reportedly drawn significant attention within Germany's Bundestag. A New York Times report published on June 6 also alleged that the IDF used white phosphorus in Lebanon during May 2026. According to the New York Times, Israel deployed white phosphorus munitions over populated areas in southern Lebanon. Lebanese authorities also claimed that soil samples contained unusually high concentrations of glyphosate contamination. Lebanon has estimated nearly $25 billion in environmental damage to forests and farmland, describing it as an alleged act of ecocide. Reports further claimed that glyphosate and white phosphorus were also used in Syria as well as during U.S.-Israel strikes on Iran. Medico International also alleged that carcinogenic substances had previously been used by Israel during the 2014 conflict in Gaza. Amid the controversy, Israel continued carrying out fresh strikes in Lebanon despite the existing ceasefire arrangement. Hezbollah accused Israel of violating the Lebanon ceasefire through a new wave of military strikes across southern Lebanon. The group said it was documenting every alleged Israeli attack and reserved the right to respond in self-defense. The accusations came as the US-Iran Memorandum of Understanding seeks to halt fighting across multiple fronts, including Lebanon. Tehran has linked progress in its negotiations with Washington to a complete end of Israeli military operations inside Lebanon. Israel has intensified operations across southern Lebanon since early March, keeping tensions elevated despite ceasefire efforts. An IDF strike reportedly triggered a massive explosion at what was described as a suspected Hezbollah military site, according to RT News. RT said the target was an underground Hezbollah tunnel route believed to have been used for storing weapons and military equipment. The report claimed the explosion destroyed hundreds of stored weapons along with 4 underground launch shafts inside the tunnel complex. RT said the underground facility extended for more than 200 meters and reached a depth of approximately 25 meters below ground. The report said the blast was described as nuclear-like, with seismic monitors reportedly detecting the explosion and the sound being heard inside Israel. Fresh revelations have emerged about what reportedly transpired during the latest high-stakes talks between Israel and Lebanon. An Axios report published on June 28 revealed that 4 days of intense negotiations took place in Washington, D.C. According to Axios, both the Israeli and Lebanese governments were driven by a shared objective of weakening Hezbollah and limiting Iran's influence in Beirut. The report cited multiple American, Israeli and Lebanese officials familiar with the closed-door negotiations. Despite deep mutual distrust, Israel and Lebanon reportedly found rare common ground over concerns surrounding Iran's growing regional influence. Both governments were also reportedly taken aback by the proposed deconfliction cell that emerged during the negotiations. Notably, the United States and Iran had earlier agreed to establish a deconfliction cell as part of efforts to stabilize the situation in Lebanon. The earlier Iran-US Memorandum of Understanding called for a ceasefire in Lebanon, although Israeli military operations reportedly continued afterward. Israel's ambassador to Washington, Yehiel Leiter, reportedly told US officials that the Iran-related provisions concerning Lebanon in the memorandum were a train wreck. Meanwhile, on June 28, Iran's top diplomat renewed calls for Israel to immediately withdraw its forces from southern Lebanon. Meanwhile, Hezbollah reportedly managed to outsmart Netanyahu's forces for nearly 2 years before its underground network was uncovered. Stunning revelations have emerged showing why it took Israel nearly 2 years to locate and target a key Hezbollah site. On June 28, Israeli forces launched a strike on what they described as an underground Hezbollah drone fortress. The Israel Defense Forces released a video on June 28 highlighting the scale and execution of Operation Final Word. However, a Ynet news report revealed the extensive planning and intelligence work that preceded the operation. For nearly 2 years, the IDF reportedly monitored and assessed every movement around the Hezbollah facility in southern Lebanon. During the early stages of Israeli surveillance, the compound was reportedly inactive and appeared to be completely deserted. Located close to Israel's northern border, Hezbollah allegedly received Iranian assistance to gradually build up the weapons complex. According to the IDF, the Majd al-Zaun facility slowly evolved into a critical strategic asset for the Iran-backed group. Israeli military commanders reportedly ignored recommendations to strike the site that had first been made as early as 2024. It was the IDF's 36th Division that reportedly pushed for military action against the Hezbollah compound. Israeli forces were reportedly stunned by the sheer scale and sophistication of Hezbollah's underground tunnel network. The underground complex reportedly stretched for more than 200 meters and featured passageways wide enough for military vehicles. According to reports, the Hezbollah facility was also used as a launch site for long-range drone attacks against Israel. Israeli forces allegedly discovered dozens of Iranian-made drones, command centers and ammunition stockpiles inside the underground base. Israel further claimed that Hezbollah used the complex to store, operate and coordinate drones deployed in attacks. Iranian-made drones recovered from the site are now reportedly in Israeli custody and may undergo reverse engineering. The IDF also claimed that more than 20 Hezbollah operatives were killed during Operation Final Word. However, the delayed discovery of the massive Hezbollah tunnel complex has raised fresh questions about Israel's intelligence capabilities.